Alrighty on the
A real
rice.
challenge.
Okay, I have laughed so hard, I just have to grab a Kleenex from under here.
No, let's just call makeup.
Glam Squad.
Come right quick.
I think the makeup girl left.
Well, you know, that's one thing about radio. We never have to worry about that, do we?
That's right. They don't see
I
it.
put on my lipstick and I can talk. My words just come right out real nice on radio.
And that's
my
originally
passion.
why I got into radio, because television, I took the television class, it was so boring, and the instructor was even more boring. And did I say boring or boring? Anyway, it wasn't fun. I'll put it like that.
Yes, do explain. We just let you hang out there
Yeah,
by
okay.
yourself.
You're supposed to be my friends, right? So I said, this is not going to work, because I didn't fit the stereotypical mold. So I said, let me try radio. No, I think I tried journalism first, writing, because I love writing. Then I tried photography, and it was good. But my first assignment from class, I had to go shoot a family that got burned out, and I said, I can't do that. So I said, let me try radio. I'm at Columbia. I don't know how many years I've been here now. Took me 8 years to graduate from a 4-year institution.
That's okay.
I was playing Big Wish 101. That's okay.
You
But I did
graduated.
graduate.
You should have been playing Pity Pat.
I should have been playing. I'd still be there.
You should have been playing chess, hanging out in the cafeteria.
Yeah, I should have, but I didn't. But anywho, I took a radio class and I was hooked. And I used to listen to the radio, and who would I always hear on was it JPC?
JPC.
I've been around.
I'll tell you, it was
Yes.
WJPC.
This girl has been at every radio station, and I've been to a couple of radio stations you've been to, but this here is like 360. It is an awesome experience to be able to sit and chat with ladies that you heard on the radio but didn't know them, and then get a chance to be blessed to become friends with them and eat at their house and eat their food and sit and chat and go to parties and hang out and all that
And
kind of
cry
stuff.
and
Wait a
laugh
minute.
and
Can we
everything.
tell the story about the GCI Christmas party?
Which
with
one?
Tittle?
Come on. I mean, there were so many.
Oh, God, don't tell
one?
that one.
I mean, some things we better not
You
tell.
mean where we woke up and didn't know where our cars were parked?
No, when you woke up, didn't know where your car. I knew where your car was parked. I'm not telling some. Anyway,
Tell that story. That was just too much milk that night.
Oh, is that what it was? You
Yes.
lactose intolerant.
You're lactose intolerant. I go crazy.
Frangelico and cream.
Yes.
Okay. But radio has been fun. It's been good.
It
It's
has been
good.
fun with
But
all
it's
the
not any-
changes.
It's not fun like it used to be. You know how when we were JPC, you could sneak and play music all night long. You pretended you were playing the music that was on the log, and you know that music
That was
wasn't on
called
the log.
deviating from the format.
Oh, is
And
that
we
what that was
called it
called?
Back
Yeah,
in
when you
our
don't
day,
play what you're
it was
supposed to
called
play.
cherry
Okay.
picking the list.
Oh, yes,
I
with the
love
little index
cherry
cards. I
picking the
remember
list.
cherry picking. You're
Yes,
right.
you
Yeah.
know, and that means you only play the music that you like.
Okay.
And forget all the rest. But now everything is so
Programmed.
and that's corporate radio for you. And that's why I think it's giving out to all of the nice web stations that are coming along if you're in the computer, and other stations that start out and trick you and say they're commercial free, and then 1 month, then next month they're commercials all over. But it is changing. It's different. It's just different attitudes, different
It
modes.
is. It's just not. It's not fun like it used to be. And I guess it's not fun because we can't sneak and play the music, because it has to come from in here. When you're in a mode and you're jamming and you playing Smokey Robinson, The Miracles, and Luther Vandross, and Sade, and Anita Baker, and on and on and on. But you've got.
But you have to realize that the people that we play, they provide us with the music that we play, the talent, the artists, and so forth. And so, you know, remember when radio was trying to be so automated? And it's like, you know, DJ was a dime a dozen. So if you could just pronounce what you played, that was good. And then it comes along that you didn't have to pronounce what you played. But thank goodness for people. I can remember once being involved in a committee that looked at advertising, and one ad had people in it, and one ad had no people in it. This was a cool cigarette ad. This was when cigarettes could be advertised. You remember back then,
yeah,
that
back in the
millennium,
day.
right? Well, they had a
smoke
cool.
those cigarettes.
Well, they had a cool ad with nobody in it,
Okay.
and then they had a cool ad with a person in it. And overall, it showed that people who are in certain things and represent people were more likely to be sold to the
Okay.
next person
Okay.
because we're all people.
Okay.
People needing people, so to speak, you know.
they were
So
cool.
when you have somebody who's null and void from a radio station that can't announce what's been played or what's going on, people tend not to listen to those stations. You really think the opposite, but they really want to be told what they're hearing, who's playing it, who the artist is.
Wow.
Yeah, they do.
So I think for the most part, radio is, you know, it goes one extreme and then it comes back full circle. You know, you either got jobs or you don't have jobs. Or
And that's a well known. You're always fired in radio at least 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
and you know, it's usually not because you don't know radio. It's usually because, well, now it's been cutbacks,
Yeah.
time changes, shift changes, or personality differences.
And with the influx of satellite radio, XM, FM, Sirius, and did I say XM
I don't
and
know
FM?
if they're doing all that successful. I
Yeah.
really don't. I don't know. I've heard some, you know, different things.
But there's
about
just a
that.
lot of competition. The iPods,
exactly.
Right,
the
exactly.
Zooms.
Which is the reason why it's more concise now, and you're not talking as much as you do, as much as we used to.
Right.
You don't have the ability and that freedom to,
And I
to
miss
talk
that.
as much. Yeah,
I miss
you
that.
do
I do
miss it
too.
because
That's
it
how
gives you an
people
opportunity
connect.
to engage with the
Yeah.
audience.
Yeah.
But there's the phone over there, so you really get all types of juicy
Yes,
conversations from the
girl.
listeners. Because see, the listeners.
Give me your horror story. Give me your horror story.
I don't have
or your
any-
favorite story.
Well, I have so many stories. I mean, there are so many listeners that call in because they don't see you, so you have this.
And then when they do see you on the street, hey Troy, how you doing? Like they've been knowing you for 100
and
years.
you feel that way.
Yeah.
You feel the exact same way when you meet them because you've had this conversation with them for years, for months, and then finally you meet them in person.
Did you ever meet anybody who was a little off? Like there's this guy used to call 1390 all the time. He had a foot fetish, and he would call me on 1390. He called.
I think
FB
that
on
guy called
GCI.
me too.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah,
I'm sure he was
I mean,
waiting
there's
for
so
me
many
one
of them
day
like that.
when I got off.
There are some that are drinking or tipsy when they call, and they'll
yeah.
tell you.
Oh yeah.
Because one
Oh,
lady
well,
told me
I'm
one day,
getting
she
that
says,
one.
and yes, Troy, I drink every day.
Wow.
I never even said she was intoxicated. She just came right out and she said it. And then there was another gentleman that said, I'm drinking. I ain't supposed to be drinking. Exactly.
But here I am now.
But that's the way he said it.
Did I see a hand go up in the audience over there? Alrighty now.
I mean, they would tell you everything from they just cursed their boss out. And,
Yeah,
you
they
know,
tell you all their business, like you were the psychiatrist,
Oh, it's incredible.
psychologist.
And I just loved it. I mean, they're your friends. They're your radio
Yes, they
friends.
are.
You
Yes,
know?
they are. And everywhere you go, oh, I know her. I know Tittle. That's LaDonna. Oh, I know Troy. Oh, I know Zelda.
Well,
Don't
you know what
nothing.
I'm getting now, what I really like, it's amazing because there's that era where you are in the mix and then you wake up one day and you're back in kindergarten. You know, that's just the way the world has been turning with the computers and the fast
Yeah.
age and what people can listen to. So now I'm getting, you're that cooking lady. There's no more Tittle in the middle on radio. It's like, you're that cooking lady. I get recognized from the cooking show a lot.
That's a good thing.
And I really like that.
And you got a
I
cookbook coming
enjoy
out too, don't you?
Yes, ma'am. I tell you, Zelda, you are my inspiration for writing them
Truly.
books, girlfriend. Yes, I said that I was going to definitely have this book out this
the
year.
end of the year.
By the
For
end of the
Christmas.
year. Yes.
Christmas.
I think I said that last year, but you know what?
I'm
As
gonna stay
long
on you this year.
Yes, as long as I think you have the good intentions
Mm-hmm.
of writing it and then translating my recipes. I didn't know it would be so time consuming, too.
You know what? I think the three of us should do a book together.
Yes.
I think we should. Have no idea what we'll call it, what we'll talk about.
Oh, I got plenty of names.
I know you.
3 girls on a lamb. No.
We could do like a tour or something like, you know, the way you were at the My Black is Beautiful tour.
Right, right.
That was so much fun.
With Angela Bassett, Queen Latifah.
I could not believe.
Tasha Smith, the drunk girl on the train from Why Did I Get Married?
Yeah.
Oh.
Cheryl Underwood, Chicago's own favorite comedian, and there was a Chicago filmmaker too. I can't remember her name. She had a beautiful name. I can't remember her
I
name.
can't think of it right now, and I was on the panel.
Who else was on the panel? Oh gosh. But anyway, it was
It was
awesome.
so many.
Yeah, we should do a tour. Wouldn't that be lovely?
It would be
That
great.
would be great.
That
yeah,
would be
we
nice.
should do that.
Tour coming up.
Tour coming.
Stay
in.
tuned.
Coming up.
You heard it right here on the Higher Learning Network. on tour with Tittle and Troi. Oh wow, Tittle and Troi. So I need to change my name to a T too.
No, don't do that. Stay Zelda.
Okay. All right. Okay. So
Don't worry, she's going to go home and have a dream that she was T something.
Telda. I'm Telda.
Telda. Telda. Not Zelda. Telda. She'll have another name. I'm like, what is it this time? Is it like you change your emails? You know? Zelda? What's your name again? No.
wow, this is
My name is Toussaint Jones.
Oh, she did that so well. I used to go down by the river with her.
I think about that every time I hear
love
that name. I was
Toussaint.
like, wow.
That's my Toussaint. That's Miss Brown.
And
over there.
I never even knew you could act.
I didn't either.
Wow.
I told you I was with
let
thespians
me-
and they taught me
Okay.
how.
Well, I'm going to tell you what Red Fox told me once. And that's when he came to see the play A Change Gonna Come, which I did at ETA Theater. Hey, ETA. That's my neighborhood theater there. And Red Fox came to see our show, A Change Gonna Come, which was about the trial and death of Sam Cooke. And I'm like, oh, Mr. Fox, do you think I was good? And he just looked at me, he says, of course you're a good actress. And just remember this. If you were born black, you can act.
Oh,
And I never forgot that.
Okay.
And if you think about all the situations that black people have to be in,
Yeah.
you have to act like you like people
Yes, you
when you
do.
don't like them, like keeping your job or keeping a friend,
Or in a
just
relationship.
be in a relationship.
Yeah, you know how you love them,
You
but you
said
don't
it.
like them? That was very good.
That was
And-
not me. That not
No,
my
but that
relationship.
is
I
the
love my sweetie Tony.
Well,
I am
well,
not pretending.
well-
Let the record show.
But that is the truth. When you have to pretend, or if you're living in a situation that you have to pretend you're happy in, or you're walking on eggs around people that you don't want to. And when you think about those situations, that's acting.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And so if you can bring that kind of passion to the stage, and I'm one of those of the Stanislavski method there, and that is, you don't necessarily have to be in it to really act it, but now you can, think your way through it and be sincere about it and believe it.
We've got about 2-3 minutes before we have to close
Oh,
the show. I
shoot.
hate
Oh, my
this.
goodness.
I
no.
hate this.
Oh,
Time
no.
is running out.
Oh my God, what is the go?
Hey, we'll have to do it again. We'll just use this as part of the tour. What can I say? But just tell us in a nutshell how this experience of working in entertainment has changed your life, Troi.
Wow, changed my life. I really don't believe it has changed.
Or added value or made it a different.
I can tell you this. My career taught me tolerance. Definitely tolerance. And dedication, loyalty. And not just to the job itself, but to the people. Because when you're on radio and television, your audience does not have to tune in.
No, they do not.
They
do
have all
a
these
choice.
choices.
Oh, yeah.
So when people say things like, I loved you on purpose, they tuned in with a purpose and on purpose.
Okay.
So you go to work every day and you completely divorce yourself of everything that's going on in your life.
Yeah, you do.
And you just have this oneness with the audience.
Oh, I like
Because every
that.
time, whenever I was on radio, I would only envision one person.
Tune in next week for more fun with Chicago radio personalities Troi Tyler, that's Troi with an I, and legendary LaDonna Tittle, your Tittle in the Middle, and Zelda Robinson on the Higher Learning Network.